Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I've been away for about 2 weeks, and from the title you can tell what it's gonna be about. So, about almost 2 weeks ago, I traveled to Lusaka, that's the capital of Zambia. I had an interview there, like a job interview and all that. So, I had traveled there and I didn't really carry most of my camera equipment and stuff, so I didn't really take any pictures and videos. Yeah. So how was the journey? Okay. The journey going was rough because I got on this old bus with worn out seats and what else? Got on this old bus with worn out seats and it had this squeaking noise and the journey was like 9 hours. Squeaking the whole way. Then I got there, then it has changed. Like I haven't been there in like 6 years. And in 6 years I've seen how most of the things have changed. A lot of stuff has changed. Like one thing I know is like there are shopping malls everywhere in Lusaka. Everywhere. Like everywhere. Across each other, next to each other. There. Shopping malls and all that stuff. Then also I noticed a lot of Chinese signs. Like advertisement boards have English and Chinese. Like there's a lot of diversity down there, eh? Like yeah, a lot of diversity. Then about the job interview. So a friend of mine had given me a contact for some lady, wanted someone who could speak Chinese and English, like a translator. So I was like, cool, let me try it out because I think my Chinese is putso. So I went there then had an interview with her and she's like, I'll call you after 3 days. And she called me after 2. And I had gone there, then she told me, oh, my company is filled with lots of people, blah blah, but I can recommend you to a friend. So I thought, why not? Maybe if I stick at a company, if they start cutting people's jobs, it's gonna be rough. It's just to go to a friend's company. So then I'm waiting outside his house. Yeah, it was his house, like this. Yeah, outside his house. Because he just lived next to, the other lady's house. That's like a few doorsteps away. Yeah, so I'm waiting for him outside. Then after about 20 minutes, he came and we had a conversation. Like his English was quite good and he's quite persuasive. So he told me, no, so this is a business I do, and if you're interested, you can join. Then you can join the business, blah blah blah, and all that shit. So I'm like, cool. Then I'm thinking, okay, let me just try it out. Why not? Fine. So we talk about the salaries and all that stuff. Then when I talk about the salary part, I was really, really uncomfortable. Like, that feeling like, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me try it out. So I was like, oh, cool, okay. So let's go to my workplace right now. So he took me to his offices and all that. So I checked it out, like, okay. Observing the situation, like, it's not the best, but let me just try. So then he says, okay, so you can start tomorrow. That was Wednesday. Then I said, you can start on Thursday. I'm like, okay, cool. So Wednesday morning. One thing I forgot to ask is what time the job starts or what time the work starts. I didn't ask him. So I woke up quite early, got on the bus, and I was the first one at the office. The building wasn't even open. So I'm sitting out there, like, then people start showing up after like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm like, wow. The early bird gets the worm, right? Yeah. But I didn't find no worm. So I was there working. Like it was from 8 to like 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Working. Honestly, I wasn't really doing anything, just sitting around mostly. Then by midday the boss shows up and is like, oh, I didn't know you were here. Like, bro, you told me to come here yesterday. Oh, okay, so he gives someone, no, teach him this, that. I'm like, okay, cool. So then after he leaves, then the guy teaches me what I'm supposed to do, blah blah blah. It was alright. It was quite easy actually. So on Friday again, I was the first person at work. So then I'm like, okay, whatever. Then we start working. Then the boss shows up, and I talk to him I'm like, man, I think we need to change the conditions cause I live quite far and I was spending so much on transport. I was thinking about it in the long run, like, whoa, why didn't I think about this a long time ago? Like before I accepted this stupid job. Yeah. So I told her about the transport part and the issues I was having. He's like, oh, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, you can find a place that's closer here if you want. Or I can pay you weekly for your transport, but it's coming out of your salary. I'm like, damn, man, my salary is already this small. And you want me to be using transport out of it? He's like, yeah, that's the only way. So I'm like, okay, cool. Fine. Then I started talking to my other workmates. Then I asked one of them, I asked her, she's a girl, I asked her, how do you manage this? Like every day, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And she's like, I never really thought about it. And she's like, I have a feeling you're gonna quit. Like, nah, I'm here. We're in this together, you know? Yeah, right. So the next day is Saturday. Saturday morning, I'm in bed. I woke up around 5. And I'm in bed thinking, is this worth it? So I waited for the feeling in my gut, like the gut feeling, like, to appear. But I didn't get that feeling, the gut feeling, like, I asked them, like, damn it, I quit, I'm done, I slept. Didn't go for work. Then later in the afternoon, the boss started calling me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna answer this. Later again in the evening, he called. He kept on calling. Like the next day, they calling. Like, bro, I'm done with this. I'm done. Because it wasn't really worth it. Spending so much on transport and the conditions suck. So then, my lesson from this is if you go for an interview, make sure you know the conditions and make sure you look at all the factors like transport, accommodation, all that stuff before you accept the offer. Because like for me, I was like some desperate freak who just jumped on the train. Oh, yes, like some desperate freak. But in the end, it wasn't really worth it. Yeah. Then I was in SK. Like SK is like turning into a small Chinese city, you know. Because everywhere you see the billboards, you see the billboards, the shops, everywhere. Like they're killing the local business anyway. I won't say much on that. Yeah. Diversity, I guess. Some people think it's colonialism, but it's not. Actually, I saw a Ghanaian YouTuber once posting something about Lusaka, blah blah, but I didn't believe it much. Yeah. So then I returned back to my hometown yesterday, and the bus was quite okay. The bus was okay, but the seats were worn out, man. At least this time there was no squeaking noise. It was alright, got back alright, just got back a little tired, but everything else was fine. Yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you on my next video. Hope you didn't miss me too much. Please like and subscribe, folks. So, in Zambia, Lusaka has most of the cases for COVID-19. So when I went there, I was expecting people to be more cautious and protective about themselves and the people around them, but that's not the situation. People don't even put on masks that much. Okay, well, everyone has a mask, you know, but they just put it like a chin guard, you know. Most of them it's the chin guard style of putting on. Some of them it's just in their pocket or in their bags. So one day I'm on this minibus in public transport, and we're packed, 4 of us in a row, like bands, you know, going, and the road had craters in it. So yeah, had craters in it. So this lady on the bus starts to cough. Like she's coughing, trying to cough out her lungs or something. She just coughing all over the place. And people now start searching for their masks. You know, rushing to get their masks and they put them on. I'm there with my mask and I'm like, if she had COVID, all of y'all gonna get it. But that's not the situation. You begin to think, is COVID real in Zambia? Like, people don't even put on masks, right? They just move around the way they want to move around, and I wouldn't really know if it's real or fake. Why is it a myth? Is it a plan by the government to make some funds? Why? I don't know. Yeah. You wouldn't know. But anyway, stay safe. Mask on.